Well, howdy everybody, and welcome to another edition of Stockshow Confidential. I'm Terry Jordan. This week, we're at Happy Hill Farms in Granbury, Texas. Whenever you mix great educators, some children in need, surrounded by livestock, throw in a couple of state championships, you've got a winning combination for children that are going to lead America. Let's take you inside and introduce you to Mr. Ed Shipman. He is the founder of Happy Hill Farms, a man with a vision about children. Ed, let's go back to the beginning about Happy Hill. You had a vision of how someone brought some children to you that needed some help. Tell me the story.
I've been in Texas since the 50s. Got to be good friends with the local marshal here in Sunglow County. Called me one Friday afternoon and said that he'd picked up two sisters that had run away from home. They were 16 and 14, adopted kids, and he said the parents would let them come home. They said we're tired of messing with them, they're nothing but trouble, put them in jail. And he said, I can't do that, because the jail's full of drunks for one thing. So he said, I'm going to bring them to your house, and you're going to have to watch these kids for me now until we find a place for them. So here he came that Friday afternoon in his little black and white squad car, and dropped these girls on my doorstep, cute as they could be, about half clothed, smell like marijuana smoke, and changed my whole life. I mean, literally changed my whole life. That was the genesis. That's where the seeds were planted. Like everybody else, I watched television, read the newspapers, and I knew we had lots of issues, lots of problems with teenage kids, and particularly in drugs. But I did not really realize how pervasive it was and how many kids there were on the streets and how many kids were in trouble. So in 1975, after about 6 or 8 months of family discussions and a lot of prayer and a lot of deliberation, we decided that we were going to stop the land development at that point in time and build a school for disadvantaged children.
And I believe that school is still sitting right down here, isn't it?
Very modest beginnings. We did a lot of crawling before we did much walking. The farm and the garden and livestock pretty much kept us alive. Here we are now, 40 years later, almost 40 years, with really one of the largest private boarding schools for underprivileged kids in the country.
You know, it's just an incredible, as we drove up to the facility, if anybody ever has the opportunity to come here and view what you guys do, the school, your academics, your athletic program is stellar. You guys are second to none when it comes to football, basketball, 3 state championships in a row, girls basketball. And then your ag facility, which is located right behind us. I don't know of another facility anywhere in the country that is as magnificent as this one.
Thank you, thank you. I learned in that little stint I had in the building business, it costs about 10% more to do it right. And so you do it right the first time, and then you got to maintain, constantly got to maintain. Anybody that's got a place, always when they come on the farm, they'll say, oh my God, look at the fence. All these fences around here. And I said, well, they didn't spring out of the ground, and they don't stay white unless you keep them painted all the time. You know, so you maintain.
When you first started this, did you have any idea that it would grow to where it's at today?
Yeah, I sort of did. You know, I felt like we were doing something worthy, and I knew the need was there. And I was just hoping and praying that people would understand that what we were trying to do was to save lives, and that they'd become a part of what we were doing, and that they would help us. And they have. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them from all over the country now. Sort of like your television program, once you get going, you know, it has a tendency to come alive and start spreading itself out.
For these children to be able to come to a facility like this, to get the kind of education and be around a family environment, around the animals, that's what life's about.
Boy, it's wonderful. And I love your audience. You know, the American family is rapidly disappearing in this country.
You're right.
But a lot of the folks, I'm sure, that watch your programs are just good, solid,
They're
down
just
to
salt
earth.
of the earth, hard-working Americans.
They really are. They made this country what it is.
If you could tell my viewing audience one final thought about Happy Hill Farms, what would you say?
It's an opportunity. The kids who come here, they've got to work, they've got to pick up, they've got to study. I mean, they've got to pick up the ball and run with it. They have to do their part. But what we do is give them an opportunity to rather than perhaps waste their life, they can go on and become successful in whatever they want to be. We just give them a leg up. They got to run with it. And so people, if you get an opportunity to assist an organization like mine, you're really doing something important for the next generation of kids. So keep supporting your local charities because they're doing things perhaps that otherwise wouldn't happen.
Once again, Ed, thank you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. You're easy to talk to.
Well, friends, be sure and check out StockshowConfidential.com, our Breeders' Corner. We have the top lamb, goat, pig, and cattle breeders listed there. Check it out. This week, we'd like to showcase some of the top breeders listed there. Paragon Truck Bed Cover offers remarkable quality at an unbeatable price. Solid aluminum, fully retractable bed covers at a right price. For over a decade, no one else has been able to touch their combination of design, quality, customer support, and price. ParagonBedCovers.com. Triple JR Cattle from Muldoon, Texas never forgot how they got started in the industry and the men that helped them get there. They look forward to assisting cattlemen and cattlewomen with their herd as they continue to support and market the Brangus breed. Check them out at triplejrcattleco.com. If you'd like to be part of this exciting opportunity to showcase your breeding program or have an upcoming sale that you would like to promote, contact me at Terry at StockshowConfidential.com.
Sullivan Show Supply was established with the vision of producing more than just your ordinary show supply products. Whether it's fitting supplies you're looking for or the latest equipment, everything you need to make it into the winner's circle is right here. Don't just take it from me, take it from them. Sullivan Show Supply will be here before and after the sale.
Welcome back to Stock Show Confidential. Happy Hill Farms is a private Christian-based school that is nestled among the hardwoods of Central Texas. Now, their educators are focused on providing their students with a full and rich academic experience.
I have been in education for 13 years, and I have been a public school teacher and administrator. Last year, I came out here and was blown away. This school is not like any other school, and the children are incredible children.
My name is Alias, and I've been at Happy Hill Farm for 11 years, and I'm originally from Ethiopia. After Happy Hill, I plan on to go to college and go to med school and become a doctor.
Hi, I'm Cale Dotson. I'm in 11th grade.
Hi, I'm Durn Janut. I'm in 12th grade. I'm a senior. 5 years ago, my grandma brought me here because she wanted me to get a better education.
I was brought here at the beginning of my 8th grade year, and my parents actually work here, and they are residential parents.
They have a great group of staff and people that work here. They try to push you to your limits, and they just try to get you ready for your college life and to help you succeed.
We are one big family, and we take care of each other, and I think that is a very unique aspect. It's our own little neighborhood.
Coming from a public school to the private school was a huge change. The fewer people in the classrooms really helped me to learn better, and I got a better education. and I really understood what I was learning.
Now everybody's here for academics, and everybody's friendly, and everybody's ready to just go on through their grades and graduate.
The self-sustainability here is unique because the kids get to participate in the planning, and like our elementary students have been with our ag teacher down in the barn in the greenhouse planting seedlings, and they go out into the garden and they pick whatever items they're going to be using. And also our students know whether they're in FFA or not. They know that the cattle that we have on the farm, that supplies the beef and the pork and the different things, the eggs. We have fresh eggs from our poultry center, and that provides everything in our dining center, which, you know, a lot of our children are like, oh, well, we're gonna go to the store to buy these things. No, we have it here, and so they actually get to participate in the collection of that and the raising of that, which is something a lot of children don't get to do, and it is a very unique situation for us and the kids. They absolutely, you know, immerse themselves in that, and it's a great feeling for them to be a part of that.
To have the opportunity to provide for my classmates and everybody that is here is a great opportunity, I guess.
Raising an animal that you're later going to feed yourself with is a one-of-kind experience. Not everyone gets to do it. I mean, a lot of people, they just go to the store and they buy it and they expect it. They seem that it's just there, but they don't understand the hard work that's put into it.
I love being closer to the animals. I want to be a veterinarian, so it's really helped me in that aspect.
The reason I got involved in ag class was because all my friends were telling me how amazing and how all the leadership qualities that you gain from it, so I decided to join, and I fell in love with it.
Being a part of the FFA has really shaped who I am. It's helped me become a better person and just a better leader.
My focus is usually like showing and working with animals, and I also like doing FFA stuff like poultry judging and other competitions like that. I have had some pretty good successes here at our FFA. I've won my classes with goats, steers, longhorns, and I've earned a lot of buckles and showmanship medals and stuff. In poultry judging this year, we got third in area, and we went on to state, but it was our first time in state, and we did okay. We
have very small classes. Some of our classes have 3 or 4 children in them, all the way up to our graduating class of 16. For a teacher, it's a euphoria because they get to know kids one-on-one. They have true relationships with their kids.
I mean, every time I go home, I thank her for sending me here. At first, I was doubtful, but in the end, I love it.
Stockshow Confidential is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sullivan Show Supply and Stockshow University, Sure Champ, Sunglow Feeds, 5 Star Ford, Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, EB Trailers, Liberson Livestock, and StockshowConfidential.com. For the ultimate in show cattle transportation, look no further than the EB Rough Deck with the Final Drive Option Package. They'll put you in command of the road and the show. With the same construction on gates, floors, latches, and doors as the EB commercial semi-trailers, you can be sure your trailer will not only look great, but perform like a champ for years to come. Check out EB's full line at your local dealer or on their website, www.mheb.com. Make my first choice in livestock trailers yours too, EB Trailers.
You're the hammer. You're gonna blow him up. All right? Set, hit. Good, good. Attack, attack, attack. We're gonna have to. I'm the athletic director. I'm the head boys coach and oversee all the athletic programs here at Happy Hill Farm. We play football, junior high and high school. We play volleyball. We have cross country, basketball, track, tennis, and golf.
Our track team, even in recent years, has been very successful. 2 years ago, we won the whole state championship And then last year we were runner-ups. This year we were fortunate to go back and compete again. We had a blast out there. We gave it all we had, and we came out third in our 4x4 team, which is our best relay. We just dominated, got first place like usual.
I'll have to say we have the best kids. They are awesome to work with.
In golf, we got third in district and went on to state, and in state we placed third.
And in football this year, we made it to the second round of playoffs, and we ended up 10-2.
It is a great opportunity for us to compete against other private schools, show the strengths of our school, and show how great our kids are and all the things that they do.
We get kids from all over the world. We have international students. We have kids from the Metroplex area who may come from a disadvantaged background, and then we are accepting kids now. For the last couple of years have started accepting kids, day school kids from the local area. The kids here are just awesome. I enjoy working with all three groups, if you will.
Where public school has the UIL governing body, private school has TAPS, which is the same thing, it's just the private version. So we are, in wanting to get points for academics and for arts and for athletics so that we can win that trophy at the end as well, just like you would do in UIL.
Now back up about half step, right there. There you go, there you go. They encourage you to work with kids on a daily basis. We're down here at the gym. We may be down at the Ag Barn helping Mr. Henry. We may be up at the swimming pool playing tennis. It's awesome to live here on the farm because you're basically, for some of these kids, you're a surrogate parent.
We partner children throughout the year in our Pioneer Pal program so that the older students get to mentor our younger students. And they cheer for each other at games, they do Valentine's for them, they go to chapel together, we have lunch with each other. So we do a lot of things to keep that modeling going from the older students to the younger students.
They come to you with issues that they have. So you're on call pretty much all the time, but what a place to be. Incredible place to work.
For more information about the school or the program, it is www.northcentraltexasacademy.org.
Folks, stay tuned. When we return, we're going to hear from Happy Hill Farms agricultural education teacher, Mr. Kurt Henry. Each and every week on Stockshow Confidential, we're going to highlight one of the many Sunglow product users on our featured Sunglow Spotlight. On this week's Sunglow Spotlight, we're shining the spotlight on Tegan Brumbaugh from Churubusco, Indiana. Congratulations, Tegan. Sunglow feeds, show ring proven. Their feeds have been developed over time to meet your animal's individual needs. One of the largest animal nutrition staffs and research programs in the world. The Sunglow product line blends nutritional technology with practical application to meet the unique needs of the show circuit. Sunglow feeds and specialty products optimized by Showmaster for the look of a champion. Check them out, sunglowfeeds.com.
I kind of kicked around, worked in the cotton gin back in West Texas for a little bit and got into education, and I've been teaching 17 years. What drew me as an ag teacher was the opportunity to implement a program. They called me and asked me to establish a FFA chapter here, and this is a private school. And at the time, there was no FFA chapters in any private school in the state of Texas, and so we went through the charter process with Texas FFA. I don't know if you'd call it traditional ag science, but we do the leadership development events, we Stockshow, and then we do the career development events in the spring, the judging contest. After I got in and saw what kind of kids that I was dealing with, I knew that they were drawn to those supervised agricultural experience, or what we call our projects. They really took a liking to the beef cattle. They really enjoyed the market hogs and then the show goats, and then we've had a lot of success in the lamb barn too. This is a 500-acre working farm and ranch, kind of oversee all the daily operations. We have a beef cattle herd, we've got a longhorn herd, we've got a sheep flock, a meat goat herd. We've got a cattle barn that I think is second to none. Really excited about that. Then we've got a covered barn for our hogs. the type of kiddo that we have here might not have the advantage to go out and purchase an animal. So I've been fortunate in 17 years teaching agriculture that I built relationships with breeders, and these guys have stepped up and made donations for these animals, these show animals for these kids, and then I pass that kid off to the breeder, and then that relationship is between the kid and the breeder, and they see what kind of job they've done and they maintain it. They're willing to come back next year and donate another animal, a 2 animal. If it wasn't for those donors, our barn would be empty. We're privately funded, so you know the opportunity for those breeders to step up and make donations is what it's about for us. When I first started this, we probably run about 75 kids in our high school. That's 9 through 12. Didn't have a lot of ag kids initially. Currently I have 16 FFA members. I've got 50 kids in my junior FFA program. That's kind of my future, and that starts at the 3rd grade and goes 3rd through 8th grade, and they're the future, because if I can get them hooked in and get them sold on this program, you know, the opportunities are endless. One thing about my program, you know, when they get through, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or I get them as a 3rd grader and keep them all the way through, that when they graduate and they look back, have I made them a better productive citizen? Have I added to their educational well-being? Have I done my part as an educator in that charge and making them a better person?
Friends, thanks once again for joining us on another edition of Stock Show Confidential. You know, as we close it out here from Happy Hill Farms, what a great place for young people. If you have a calf or a pig or any kind of animal that you'd like to donate or make a monetary donation, I know they'd appreciate it. You can log on to happyhillfarms.com and let's help put one of these kids in the winner's circle. Until next time, I'm Terry Jordan saying so long. Closed captioning brought to you by Stand Alone Feed.